Anyway, guys, so I'm ready to do some more words today. I'm making sure that I'm doing something where I can help myself have a better behavior in terms of life. So the thing is that I've been doing things in my life where I haven't been doing too well in terms of life. So, for example, I've been smoking cigarettes again, and it's just a hustle for myself to understand why I reach for the cigarettes, for example. And now, when I'm around my dad, I just reach for the cigarettes, for example, because the thing is that he smokes around me, but that's just an excuse that I use for smoking cigarettes. And you must understand that every single day has to be something different. You have to understand to always persuade yourself in the best way, to do the best you can, so that you're growing yourself every single day. You have to always help yourself to understand more. So I've been doing my quotes today. I'm pretty happy with how much I've done today in terms of words. And I've been just doing information work. I mean, that's all I can do and nothing else. I have to grow myself in the process. I unsubscribed from Splice, which is a sound system that you get for yourself for music production. So for now, I unsubscribed from Spotify, and I have Spotify for 3 months now because I paid for it. But the thing is that you have to grow yourself. You have to understand every single day has to be something new that you're doing in the process of life where you can help yourself to grow and you can manifest your dreams every single day. You can do something to help yourself to succeed. So, for example, for myself, I understand that my dad over there is not doing much. Every single day, he's not doing much in his life. And he's living a low quality life, to be honest. I see my mum is doing way more for herself than my dad, but is she really? I see, nah. I see, my mum is just experiencing much more of life than my dad, to be honest, because she doesn't smoke cigarettes and she takes herself out, and she's more active than my dad, for example. So it's more how you have to always grow yourself, and dealing with life. I understand that my mum is actually more active than me in life. I see that because it's just the way it is at the moment. So I have to up my intake of everything to grow. Now, will I watch the soccer game? I can watch the soccer game between Liverpool and Villarreal in the Champions League in 2022 semi-finals. And it's more how I have an appointment today with the APM appointment, which is my disability service. I have an appointment with them, and I'll just tell them that I was sick if they ask why didn't I come to the appointment, and if they ask why I didn't call them to rebook an appointment, I'll just say that I looked online and you guys already booked it for me. And that way I'm understanding that I'm just trying to get myself out of the equation so that I don't have to do anything other than succeed for myself. So it's more how I'm understanding that life demands of you, and life's always demanding of people and always trying to ridicule you. Yeah. And the thing is that you always have to be around people who don't ridicule you and who don't criticize you. You have to be around people who uplift you. You understand? You have to be around those people every single day. You have to do something in your life to succeed, because that's the way of life. I mean, the way of life of being, to be in the moment, to express yourself, to understand more. You understand? You have to take yourself on a journey with words. You have to look at whatever you can to succeed. You have to understand every single day that success must be your ultimate priority in life. Because if you don't make it your priority to succeed, then your life comes tumbling after. I mean, just like Jack and Jill, for example. So make sure every single day that you're always straightforward in what you're saying, doing the best you can every single day, making sure that you're always nice and encouraging yourself to grow, because that's the ultimate way of life. So, for example, I just came here to express myself for a bit of time so that I can grow and learn and see where I'm at in life, so I can see exactly what I need to do to succeed. So for myself, it's more that I have to put in the effort. I have to put in the effort, because if I don't put in the effort, then I don't succeed. Do you understand? And that's just the way of life, guys. So I'm understanding that for myself over here, I'm understanding that it's just how I need to grow. I need to push myself every single day to succeed, and nothing else. Do you understand? You have to express yourself every single day, and you have to always understand that I'm not talking for nothing in this audio program, because I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and somebody may listen to 1 minute of it. I mean, somebody may listen to 10 seconds of it. I mean, somebody may get one idea from this audio program, and that's it. I promise you, nothing else. I mean, you understand? I promise you, most of the people on the planet are not going to read this. I understand that. But the ones that do, you understand? I mean, I'll give them. I'll be giving them ideas, basing it on my life and what I've came to resort into my life, for example. And that's it. I promise you, it's just about becoming more aware. I mean, what do I have to become more aware about? I have to become more aware of everything. I have to do everything in my power to get more information and nothing else. I have to experience life on a daily basis. I have to get the most information I can. And that information I have inside of me. And you must understand that all the information of the world I have inside of me already. You understand? So it's not out there. I mean, the information is not out there somewhere. It's inside of me. Do you understand? I mean, anybody who perfects their skills in anything that they do is because they found the answers within. They tested the technology. I mean, you understand? And because they tested the technology, they understand what to do and how to structure their music or whatever they're doing. And they structure it in a certain way, and they do it in a certain way, and they help themselves in a certain way, and nothing else. I mean, you understand? But sometimes you give money so you can get some information so that you can help yourself, and nothing else. You understand? But all the answers are within you already. So what's letting me down now? I am letting myself down. And the thing is that I don't want to let myself down anymore. I don't want to let myself down long term, definitely. But in the short term, I want to let myself down short term. But no, I don't even want to let myself down in the short term. You understand? I want to make sure that I want to grow. I want to make sure that I'm growing myself. So I have to motivate myself to do better in all areas of life. But the thing is that my best version is coming. I'm understanding that once my dad passes away from this life, I'm no longer going to be a smoker. I'm no longer going to be considered a smoker, because I won't be around smokers, which is better for me to grow my life. And I'll be in a better fashion. I understand that. I can see that straight away. I promise you. So the thing is that if you hide me in a room all day, I'll come out. I'll come out better. I'll come out stronger. I mean, you understand, and I can do that for myself. But when you surround yourself around smokers, you become a smoker, and that's how it is. You understand? Because it's just a way of habit over there. You understand? So the thing is, you have to surround yourself around something other than that every single day. You have to grow yourself in the best kind of way possible for yourself to grow. But the answers are within you. You have to understand everything that you came to know in this life came from inside of you. You understand? You can find answers about whatever you want in life. So if I want to become a millionaire, what's the fastest road for me to become a millionaire now? I just have to understand that I'm a millionaire already. You understand? And that's it. I mean, I'm a millionaire already. I mean, how much money do I have in my bank account? I have all the wisdom in the world, man. You understand? I have all the wisdom in the world. I mean, you understand? I'm not financially poor. I'm financially rich. I mean, I'm not unhealthy. I'm healthy to some degree. You understand? I'm rich to some degree. I mean, do you understand? And every single day you have to understand that it's all psychological. Do you understand? That money doesn't breed happiness. Do you understand? But money buys experiences. Do you understand? Money will buy you experiences, but it can never make you happy. You understand? What makes you happy is experiences. And experiences of talking words. I mean, the experience of something is something that is happiness. You understand? Money can buy experience, and experience is happiness, but money alone doesn't buy happiness. Do you understand? You have to understand that the thing is that when you use money or when money is involved in your life, you have to understand it's more you speak from the inside. And when you speak from the inside, you always have money. You always have whatever you need in life. Do you understand? God's given you whatever you need. Do you understand? Roshi, if God said you don't have to go over there, you don't have to. You understand? The thing is that you only go places where you need to go. You don't go places where you want to go. You understand? You go there because you need to go there. I mean, once it becomes a need, and then you actually go. But when you want a Ferrari, it doesn't mean that you need it. I mean, for myself to have a Ferrari now, I wouldn't even need it, to be honest. I don't even need a Ferrari at the moment. You understand? When do I need a woman? I don't even need a woman in my life right now. I don't need a woman. I'll never need a woman in my life. I'm totally happy on my own. Do you understand? And that's the thing. I mean, if it's not chosen for me to have a kid, then so be it. I'm happy with the way I am. To some extent. Do you understand? And I have to improve. And everybody has problems. Do you understand? But for myself, I have no problems. I have no problems. I don't consider myself to have a problem. I have no problem in life. Even if I smoke cigarettes, I have no problem at all. You understand? The thing is that if I'm not my best version, I have no problem with that. You understand? But I have to better myself anyway. I have to make sure every single day that I'm doing much better than yesterday. And nothing else. So that's the whole point, yeah? Is becoming happy from the inside. You understand? You become happy from the inside. You start to throw out as much as possible in terms of words out there to the universe. And then the universe will help you to do your work for you. You understand? Because you can do your work on your own. So you do your work on your own so the universe doesn't have to help you. You understand? But the universe is always helping you in every single way possible. You understand? So if you want to find the answers, just seek no further. You understand? Seek no further than yourself for the answers. The answers are always within you. I mean, you can understand everything in life. You understand? You can understand what this world is. You can understand that once you die, you'll live on. You understand? There's nothing to worry about. I promise you, death doesn't hurt. I promise you, heart attacks don't hurt. You understand? And if you have a heart attack, so be it. You understand? The thing is that dying doesn't hurt. Dying doesn't hurt at all. Having low energy doesn't hurt at all. And eventually you're going to succumb to low energy in your life. You're not going to have much energy to do anything. But you have the energy to talk words. And then eventually you won't even have any more energy to talk words anymore. Do you understand? You'll be totally sleeping. You'll be sleeping and you'll pass away in your sleep. You understand? That's how it is. When death is natural. You understand? It's a natural thing. So you can teach people basing on your spirituality. But the thing is that I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud because I became a better person in the process of my life. And if I didn't go this path, and if I didn't go my dad's path in life, I wouldn't learn the lessons that I have today. Do you understand? I'd probably be working a 9-to-5 job somewhere. I'd probably have kids, for example. I'd probably have a wife, for example. And I'd be with my mum. Do you understand? But the thing is that I wouldn't learn the lessons that I have today. Do you understand? So it worked out for me to some degree. To some degree, being in Australia worked out for me. You understand? To some degree. But what would have happened if I went with my mum? It's a different story. I mean, you understand? I mean, different life lessons. You understand? I mean, different scenarios, different way of life. You understand? I mean, it's just a different way of life. I promise you, I don't think that I'd be much more aware than this person that I am today, to be honest. Because I went through difficulties in my life. And now, what difficulties did I go through? I went through drug periods, like, for example, doing drugs. You understand? And was that a difficult period for me? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Pretty sure that was a difficult period for me because I was always thinking too much about drugs. You understand? And I was always surrounding myself around these people who I don't even know today, to be honest. I don't even know who they are anymore. I mean, everyone's gone their own separate ways. And because I'm much wiser, I can self-reflect upon my life in an audio program. And that's the amazing thing about life. That I can self-reflect all my life about all my experiences. You understand? I mean, I've went to brothels, I went to prostitutes, had sex with prostitutes. And you have to understand, it's not the way. I mean, it's not something that I mean, it's not something that I regret. I mean, you understand? The thing is that I'm proud of me totally for everything I've done. You understand? But the thing is that I'm not someone who regrets the past. I don't regret anything of my choices. And that's my advantage. You understand? Because I don't regret things. But I've learned a lot from that. I've learned to never go to prostitutes anymore. You understand? Because they don't make me happy. They give me an experience, and I thank them for that. But they don't make me happy. Do you understand? I mean, it's always that's pleasure. I mean, I don't seek prostitutes anymore because that's all pleasure for me. You understand? To be around women, to have sex with them is a pleasure thing. I mean, it's a pleasure activity. So I don't seek that part of my life anymore. And that's the thing. I mean, that's something that's died in me. Do you understand? And that's a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing that I don't search for pleasure from women anymore. I don't search pleasure from women. You understand? And I don't seek for them to touch me. I don't seek for them to do anything for me. Do you understand? I don't ask favors from people. Do you understand? I don't try to get a loan off other people, for example, or some money from other people so I can pay them back. I don't try to get lifts off people because karma's a bitch, and you must understand that if you owe people money, then they have some type of control over you. Do you understand? And it's always you have to understand, never get yourself into debt ever. I mean, that's the number one rule of finance. Do you understand? But the thing is that the number one rule of finance is that they teach also that you have to get yourself into debt if you want to make money. And if you don't know how to get yourself into debt, then don't get yourself into debt, is what they teach. And I agree with that. Do you understand? I'm pretty sure if you don't know how to handle money in your pocket, then never get yourself into debt. But if you know how to be into debt and how to get into if you know how to get to, I promise you, if you know how to get yourself into debt with money to make more money, then so be it. Then go and get yourself into debt so you can make more money out of that. You understand? Because all the financial rich people got rich off the banks, and the banks, they went to the banks, they loaned the money from the banks, they get real estate, and they study real estate. I mean, you understand? And because they study real estate, they walk the way of real estate. You understand? They study many properties. What's wrong with the property? What's right with the property? I mean, is it possible to increase the rents on the property? I mean, what needs to be built around the property? I mean, what needs to be changed? I mean, does the house need to be painted? I mean, do the floors need to be changed? Does the carpet need to be changed? I mean, what's broken in the house? Do you understand? I mean, there's a lot that goes into real estate. You understand? I mean, how long is the property? Like, how old is the property? You understand? What location is the property, for example? You understand? I mean, what else is there? I mean, is it next to a school? Is it next to a shopping center? I mean, is it next to the capital city? I mean, where is it? I mean, how far is it from the capital city? You understand? I mean, what are some towns nearby? For example, I mean, is it next to an ocean? You understand? I mean, you have to understand all that. I mean, what type of units are there? I mean, how many units are there, for example? You understand? I mean, what's the price of the real estate, for example? So once you get all that information, you can make your decision. But the thing is, you need a down payment. And now you have to understand that if you want to see that Grant Cardone says never get yourself any real estate that's under 32 units. But the thing is that by the time you make money to get yourself 32 units, you have to understand how much 32 units costs. You must understand that 32 units, in terms of an investment, is around maybe $50 million for 32 units. Maybe. You don't even know. I don't even know how much 32 units of a real estate is in terms of price. Do you understand? But the thing is, by the time you make that money, your whole life is gone. I mean, you understand? Your whole life has gone by. You understand? So the only way to get yourself 32 units is to find yourself someone who has money right now. Do you understand? Find yourself someone who has money right now and go and manage that property yourself at the moment and get that person to invest in you, and then go to the banks and get the deal with the banks to loan you the money and then pay them back slowly. And that's the only way to become a millionaire at the moment. And that's the fastest way to become a millionaire in terms of finances. You understand? And that's no money down. And that's no money down. You don't have to invest your own money into the property. But what you need to do is you need to search for the property. You need to search for that property that's going to get you that money. And guess what? I promise you it's easy to do if you understand that you never ever go for anything below 32 units. You understand? So what you do, for example, is you just search for real estate that has over 32 units. You understand? And make sure it's the 1% rule. And now the 1% rule means that if it's $100,000 per unit. You understand? So 32 units means that the property has to be $3.2 million to break even after 10 years. You understand? So that's how you can see exactly how much a property is worth. And you must understand that in Sydney over here, one unit is 450,000. You understand? So by the time you pay it off, it's 45 years in that real estate property. But other real estate property is 900,000 next to the city. And by the time you pay that off, it's 90 years of your life. You'll be paying off for the rest of your life. You understand? But if it's 2 units, then it's $200,000 for that property. You understand? And now that's the thing, that you won't find many deals in life where there is 32 units in a suburban area somewhere where it's not close to the beach. You understand? I mean, 32 unit properties are close to the beach. The hotels, I mean, you understand? I mean, something like hotels, you understand? Flats right next to the beach. I mean, that's what you need. You understand? That's where they are. You understand? But then once you get the property, you have to find a millionaire, and you have to find these people who can actually invest money in your deal, and you have to pitch them the property. And then you have to also equate to making sure that once they give you the money, that you pay them back in 4 years' time. You pay them back, and then you pay back the bank in 3 years' time. You understand? No, yeah, you pay the bank in 3 years' time, but you pay that guy back who invested the money in you in 4 years' time. You understand? And You have to understand that once you have the money for the real estate, then you have to also make sure that 50% of the money goes back into the real estate, and then you're left with 50%, okay? Which means that 25% of that money, 25% of that money goes back to the bank for the next 4 years, okay? For the next 3 years, actually. And then you're left with 25% of the money, for example, from real estate, okay? And then you have to break 25% into 12.5%, okay, between you and the investor, okay? So the investor is going to make 12.5% on your deal, and you're going to make 12.5% on your deal. But once you pay them off, once you pay off the bank and you pay off the investor, okay, the investor has the money control over here in terms of they are going to be earning 12.5% on your property for the rest of their life. Okay, but you're managing the real estate deal, okay? You're managing the real estate deal. And then once you pay off the bank, you're going to have another 25% for yourself. You understand? So 25% plus 12.5 is, so 27.5, 37.5% of that deal is yours, okay? After 10 years. So that's how you make money on real estate. But you have to find the property. You understand? And the first step is finding the property and then finding the investor. Do you understand? You have to make some phone calls and stuff like that. So the thing is that you have to find the best deal for yourself, and you have to do that yourself. And nobody's going to do that for you, but it's an easy thing to do. Do you understand? And if you don't pursue that way, then you'll never be a millionaire. I promise you, if you never pursue to go that route, I promise you, you'll never be a millionaire in this lifetime. You understand? And now it's possible for you to create an application or to create something in life or such a business, to have a business of a service or a business, to become a millionaire through a business, just through business alone without real estate. You can become a millionaire through business alone. You understand? But the best way is through real estate, because real estate can fund you much more. You understand? And that's what I've learned from Grant Cardone. Yeah, you understand? I've learned that. You understand? And the thing is that now I have that information, but now it's what I do with the information. You understand? And now, is it my time to start searching for real estate right now? Yeah, I can start searching for real estate now. But where can I find these real estate guys? I mean, where can I find these people who are millionaires and stuff like that? I have to go to the millionaires club. I have to go where millionaires go. So, for example, where I can find millionaires is where I go. I search up, I start searching up on that, for example. I make a phone call. I say, hey, I have a real estate deal over here. Do you want to check it out? I have a great deal that you can make some money on and stuff like that. And then we go from there. I mean, you understand? So the thing is that no matter what, you have to understand that once you get the investor on your deal, you have to go and get the banks on your deal as well. And you have to prove them. You have to prove to them that you can make money on this deal. You understand? So there's a lot of work there. I mean, it's a lot of work. You understand? So make sure you understand that nothing comes easy in life. You understand? But things come easy in life also. So that's the thing. You understand? I mean, do I want to choose that life? Yeah, I want to choose that life. I mean, it's a jump. I mean, it's a real jump into freedom. You understand? I mean, it's either own real estate in life or nothing. But you're not owning real estate. You're just lending yourself real estate for now, so you can pass it on to someone else and nothing else. You understand? So that's how it is. So if you want to make real estate money, you have to get yourself a units of 32 units and above, as real estate god Grant Cardone says. You understand? So that's how it is. So for myself, I understand what to do and how to do it. But the thing is, you have to understand that is how you grow. You grow through different ways. You go inside to grow. Your emotions are always growing. You're always growing. In every single moment, you're growing. You have to put out the answers. You have to give answers every single day. You have to give as much answers as possible. You understand? And the more answers you give, the more you'll succeed and the more aware you become for yourself. I mean, that's how it is. Do I feel lonely? I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. I can be alone for myself. I feel alone. I mean, you understand? I mean, alone's a good thing. I was alone in my mum's belly. You understand? Alone. Even though my mother was with me. In the same way that you were in your mother's belly, you understand? It's the same way God's around you. You understand? God's everywhere. You understand? So for myself now, I'm understanding that I can see the road. You understand? I can see that path. But now it's following that path. You understand? I mean, it's going through faith alone, doing it alone, learning from your mistakes. You understand? Slowly. You understand? That's how you have to understand. You have to do it alone. You understand? And nobody can do it for you. I mean, if you want to create something, you have to do it yourself. You understand? I can pass on information, is all I can do. And I can do more than that. I can actually do it. I can do it. If I set my mind to it, I can do it. You understand? But it's just one step at a time and nothing else. You understand? So, for myself, I understand that it's communication work. You understand? So, for myself, I have to always understand something that life is the way it is. You understand? But I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with where I am in life. Do you understand? But the thing is, I need more. I need more, of course. And I always get what I need. I mean, do I need millions of dollars in my bank account? I promise you no. I promise you no. I don't need it. I just need enough money to live every single day. I mean, you understand? I need enough money to just get by and nothing else. You understand? That's enough for me. You understand? I mean, many people have millions of dollars and they buy a yacht and they don't even use it. I mean, you understand? I mean, they go around the world traveling, whatever. You understand? I'm traveling the world as well. You understand? I'm traveling in my body. I mean, that's more enough for me. You understand? I mean, some people are happy with the way they are. You understand? I don't need to travel the whole world. I mean, look at Jesus Christ didn't travel the whole world. You understand? I mean, Jesus Christ just traveled the whole of Israel. You understand? And not the whole of Israel, but some parts of Israel Jesus Christ went to. And that's it. You understand? I mean, you have to understand. Eventually, you're not going to be able to travel anymore. Do you understand? I mean, you're going to have age on you. Do you understand? The age comes in your life. And you say, hey, settle down now. Settle down in one place. You understand? Settle down. And just be here now. Just be here. Relax. Enjoy. Be in the community. And nothing else. And that's what these poker players are doing, for example. I play with them. You know, I play with these poker players and they're settling down. I mean, they're not traveling much. They just go poker, get out of the house. Do you understand? That's how it is. But they're not doing much more than that. Do you understand? But I'm traveling. Do you understand? I'm traveling through words. I'm traveling so much through words. And that's why most people don't understand that. They don't understand how much you can travel through words and how much you can socialize in the planet. You can socialize every single day as much as possible. You understand? With yourself. You understand? You travel with yourself and you talk to yourself all day long. And the more you talk to yourself all day long, the more you can actually succumb to in your life. You can have so much wisdom about you. Do you understand? And the more wisdom you give out into the world, the more it comes back tenfold. I mean, do you understand? And you can always look down upon the world once you pass away from this world. You can look down and you can see your seed that you grew here. You understand? You grew a seed. You put your seed in the planet and you're spreading information. You understand? And then that information goes and makes a big difference in the world eventually. Do you understand? It becomes a big tree. Do you understand? You have to plant a seed into this world. You have to give wisdom. You understand? Give people wisdom and the encouragement every single day. You have to understand that. You have to be consistent about that every single day. You have to understand that no matter what, I have to always teach. I have to teach as much as possible. I became a teacher for 5 years now. And at one stage of my life, I stopped teaching. You understand? I stopped teaching because I was so scared. I was so afraid. You understand? I was so afraid of getting up and starting to teach again because I was scared of what other people may think of me. Do you understand? But then I thought, hey, I mean, I feel better now. I mean, let me just start coaching bit by bit. I mean, let me start making 1 minute videos instead of 1 hour videos. I mean, let me start making 15-second videos and then putting these 15-second videos into 1 hour blocks of time. You understand? And then from 15-second videos, I connect it up and make a 1 hour video from that, from all these 15-second videos. So maybe you must understand that I make maybe 315-second videos and I connect it all together and it makes 8 hours worth of time. You understand? Or maybe makes 1 hour or whatever, 2 hours of time, and I put it into a motivational video and I post it up online. And that's how I built my confidence like that. Do you understand? I built so much confidence just through making videos. Do you understand? And I didn't have that ability before. You understand? I didn't have the ability to make videos before. I didn't know how to make videos. I was just making videos before, like, I was taping other people. You understand? I was taping other people and stuff like that. And never again do I want to go to a festival just recording other people for the whole set. You understand? And never again I want to do that because it's stupid for me. You understand? And why is it stupid for me? Because I went to Armin van Buuren's festival and I taped via my phone. I was holding my phone in the air for 1 hour. You understand? Recording his whole set. And it's very stupid because I was experiencing it. I was experiencing the night. The thing is that I was just looking at the screen the whole time. You understand? Or I didn't get as much experience as I wanted in that way. So I'm never going to do that again. You understand? So for myself now, I'm understanding that what's important when I go to a nightclub, I just tape a bit. 15-second video, 1 minute video, blah, 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 whatever. You understand? I upload it to Mega Drive as a random video. I move on. You understand? I move on. I mean, nothing special. You understand? Nothing special. But the thing is that it's just the way it is. You understand? I mean, many people have a phone. I mean, they have a phone, they don't use it. I have 3 phones. I have 3 phones. That's how rich I am. I mean, most millionaires have just 1 phone. You understand? I have 3 phones. I need 3 phones to live life. I operate on 3 phones. That's how complex I am. You understand? But I'm not complex at all. I simplifies. I make simplicity out of everything. I use 1 phone for just my calls and receiving calls. You understand? And writing material. And the other phone I use for Netflix and uploading content. I mean, simple, yeah? And then my other phone I use for everything. You understand? That's it. You understand? I use my third phone for videos, video content, audio programs, writing materials, browsing the web, whatever. I use one of my phones for browsing the web. You understand? For browsing websites. And now if you want to go on pornography, for example, I suggest you do it. You understand? You go on pornography, you watch all that stuff if you want to. The thing is that it satisfies because you get your desires in terms of fantasies, you understand? The thing is, don't masturbate to it, you understand? I mean, don't masturbate to pornography. And now, in my book, Ultimate Road to Success, I wrote, make sure you stay away from pornography altogether because it may trigger you to masturbate, do you understand? So the thing is that if you want to quit masturbation, get away from pornography, you understand? As much as possible, you understand? But then once you overcome masturbation, go back to pornography if you want and just watch it. But the thing is that it does satisfy. It does satisfy watching whatever you want to watch. You understand? That's the way it is. And then you get to see how much lucky guys get to have sex with beautiful women, for example. And just like of your dreams, I mean, you understand? I mean, it's just in your dreams. In your dreams that you can get a woman like that, but they can. You understand? They can. They can do whatever they want with those women. But you are different. You have limits, but you are also unlimited at the same time. Do you understand? I don't find myself a porn star. Do you understand? I'm not a porn star. You understand? I don't even have the body shape of a porn star, to be honest. I'm just the way I am. You understand? So the thing is that I'm not a bodybuilder as well. I'm not someone who bodybuilds. You understand? That's just my way of life. And that's how I see life. You understand? I'm active to some degree. I need to be more active. You understand? I'm more the type of person that I want to be able to eat greater food and drink. And eat, I want to be able to eat in a better way. And also I want to be able to delay pleasure and nothing else. I'm more that type of person. You understand? I'm a vegan. I'm also someone who stays away from the drugs as much as possible. You understand? I delay drugs as much as possible. But the thing is that when I look back on my life, you must understand that I find myself immature around ladies over here. I find a lot of chasing women and stuff like that. I mean, very immature. I mean, that's me at 26 years of age. Chasing women, you understand? With my friends. And now where are those friends? I promise you they've gone separate ways. I promise you everyone's gone separate ways, mate. And that's how it's going to be in life. I promise you, whoever you meet in life, I promise you eventually go separate ways, mate. You understand? My friend John Wiseman, I promise you, he's still my friend. But he's gone separate ways, mate. I can see him. He's gone somewhere. He only comes to me when he needs value. You understand? He only comes to me when he needs something. You understand? That's it. Nothing else. And that's how people are going to be with you. I promise you, only come up to when they need you. You understand? And not what they're not. I promise you, they'll never come up to you if they never need you. You understand? And that's the way it is. I promise you, that's not good and that's not bad. I mean, you understand? I promise you, that's just the way it is. I mean, you only go up to someone when you need them. You understand? And that's how it is. You understand? But if you want them, that's different. You understand? I mean, if you want them, do you really need them? Do you really need them in your life? You don't need them in your life. All you need is you. You understand? So focus on you more. Be with yourself. Learn to behave in a better way. You understand? I've learned a lot of things. I'm approaching my high school. I had a high school sweetheart. You understand? And she was very beautiful. I dumped her in one day. I mean, stupid of me. The thing is, I could have kept on to her. I could have had kids by now with her. But I was short-tempered. I was very aggressive in terms of my nature. I was always looking for scraps of pleasure. You understand? I was looking for fulfillment in her. You understand? And I couldn't find that fulfillment in her, and I dumped her right away. You understand? I couldn't handle her at all. I wasn't able to handle her. You understand? And I learned from that. You understand? You can never find fulfillment in other people. I mean, she didn't say hi to me. You understand? Because she didn't say words to me, I dumped her. And it's stupid. I mean, you understand? I mean, she was shy. I mean, you understand? Why would she say hi if she's shy? You understand? I mean, I have much more wisdom now. But if I had wisdom like this at 15, 14, I wouldn't be with those people that I so-called grew up with. You understand? I would just go my own way. You understand? I'd leave the herd very, very quickly. I'd leave them. I'd be alone much more. I wouldn't be with that crowd that I grew up with. For sure. So that's how I see life. That's how it is, and that's how it's meant to be. You're not meant to be with the same crowd all your life. You're meant to be with new people. You understand? You're meant to go the new way all the time. You understand? Because if you're always around the same people, it gets boring. I promise you, it gets really boring. And they start dragging you down as well. They start dragging you down if you're always with them. Or if you're always around the same people, they start dragging you down. And now I've realized something that poker players over here that I play with, it's always the same crowd. You understand? But the thing with that is that I have so much wisdom. that they can never drag me down. They can never drag me down anymore. Because I only see them at poker. You understand? And that's a choice. I mean, it's a choice for me to go there if I want to. But I don't call them. I don't call them trying to get them to come poker. You understand? They just meet up with me there. And that's how it is. But if I see them, I see them. If not, see ya. You understand? But if I go to poker, it's because I choose to go. You understand? But I only play 2 nights a week. And I play on those 2 nights, I play 1 time in that day. You understand? I don't play twice in 1 day. I play once in 1 day. So max per week I give $34 for poker, and that's it. And that's how I see life at the moment. But eventually I'm just gonna go away from poker altogether. I'm not gonna want to go poker, but I'm understanding that the thing is that when I see myself as 80 years of age, I see myself, in my house a lot. I see myself in my house a lot, doing audio programs, doing Netflix, at 80 years of age, and doing a lot of things around communication work, information work, being alone. That's a thing, but it's going to be a different life. And then I understand something. I may have kids. I don't know. But the thing is that if not, I'm going to be alone. And I'm going to enjoy being alone. You understand? I'm going to enjoy being alone. And I enjoy being alone now. I enjoy it. You understand? Because if you hate being alone, then you feel lonely. So never hate yourself. I mean, never hate being alone. You understand? Be someone who encourages yourself to be alone all the time. I mean, go be alone as much as possible. You understand? Every single day. And the more alone you are, the better for you. You understand? Because nobody can damage you that way. You understand? Nobody can damage you when you're alone. You are actually independent when you're alone. You understand? When you're alone, you're independent and you're interdependent as well when you're alone. You understand? So that's how it is. But I don't find myself that in business for other people to work for me. You understand? But at the same time, the universe is always working for me. Do you understand? But I never want to create a business where I have others working for me. Do you understand? I don't see myself that way. And why is that? I understand it's just the way it is. I understand Tony Robbins has people working for him. You understand? But I understand the universe is always working for me. You understand? But what kind of business can I make where people can work for me? I mean, I can make an Uber business. I can make an Uber business. But that means I have to be in Australia for that. And what else? What else? I mean, that's the thing. You have to understand that sales business, I can make a sales business, just like Grant Cardone, where I advertise other people. You understand? Advertising other people and nothing else. But that's not worthy of my attention, to be honest. I mean, guess what? I mean, everything's worthy of my attention. But I don't find that I'm somebody that needs other people to work for me. I like working on my own. You understand? I like working on my own. And now I'm understanding that if I get other people to work for me, I give them money. I give them money to work for me. Do you understand? But the thing is that I get this woman over here and she does my EPUB files, for example. She does my ebooks. And I give her money for that and she works for me. You understand? That's different. You understand? And then, for example, Tony Robbins has people working for him and stuff like that where they are coaching other people and doing what Tony Robbins is doing. Do you understand? And that's okay. I mean, he can afford it. Do you understand? I mean, he can afford to have people work for him. You understand? And it makes your job easier, to be honest, when people are working for you. You understand? But if you don't have that money, then just work for yourself. You understand? Work for yourself alone. Do it alone. You understand? And that's how you actually learn. You learn by doing everything alone. You understand? So that's how it is. So for myself, I can only become much more aware by expressing myself much more. And the more I express myself, the more I can become aware. Because without expressing myself every single day, then I don't understand where I am. And I don't understand what to do. In a sense, I have to express myself to plan my life. And I do that via audio programs as much as possible. You understand? And now I haven't been doing video programs recently. But the thing is, I've been doing my audio programs, and that's okay. You understand? There's a time and place for me to do video programs when I feel like it. I have no problem with that. So, for example, now I'm understanding that no matter what happens, it's much easier for me to upload audio programs than it is video programs for me to upload via YouTube, for example. Because when I upload audio programs, it's a smaller file than the video file. Do you understand? But the video file is much more quality. Do you understand? Because you can see me. You understand? You can see my reactions. But my audio program, my audio program here is just as good in words as my videos. Do you understand? Just without me in it. You understand? So that's different. So anyway, I realize if you want the answers, guys, you have to look within you. You have to look inside of yourself. Because you have the answers. I promise you now, inside of myself, I know that I'm a non-smoker for long term. I understand that. I'm a non-smoker for long term because I have the will. I have that will. Do you understand? And nothing's going to stop me. Do you understand? I promise you, not even cancer can stop me. Nothing can stop me. Do you understand? I have no cancer. But the thing is that life is the way it is. You have to learn to grow. You understand? You have to put forth your thoughts out there as much as possible. You have to make the universe listen to you. You understand? You have to sell yourself every single day. And now for myself, every single day, I'm understanding that it's more about my feelings every single day, expressing my feelings. So I'm doing better for myself every single day, loving my life, controlling myself, and being someone who self-reflects upon my life. So when I self-reflect now upon my life, I see many areas of my life where I've improved, and I see many areas of my life where I have to improve as well, for example. So it's more how I understand that I'm a work in progress, for example. But the thing is, I'm not immature anymore as much as I was before. I'm not as immature as I was. I mean, I was very immature before. I didn't have the knowledge I have today. And that's what let me down in a lot of areas because of my knowledge, you understand? I wasn't seeking books. I wasn't reading books. At 18 years of age, I was not reading books. My life was going downhill. You have to understand that. And my life was going downhill because I wasn't someone following books. You understand? I wasn't reading books. At 21, I started reading books. At 21, after high school, I started reading a book. You understand? I mean, I started late. I started really late, guys. You must understand. And then there were days where I was so obese that things were not working out for me, except reading. I'm pretty sure reading was the only thing that was working out for me at that time. And then from that point, I summed up all this knowledge, and then I started teaching. And then I started teaching, and then I stopped teaching. I stopped teaching altogether. I ran away from music production. And then I started teaching again. And then I came back to music production. And now I'm going away from music production again, just to read more about music production this time, so I can come back stronger in music production. But I'm going to keep teaching now. And now when I started teaching, the moment I stopped teaching, I stopped for 2 years. I stopped teaching for 2 years of my life because I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I had it in me. But I always wanted to give those TED Talks. I wanted to give the best TED Talks on the planet. You understand? And then, for example, you must understand that I started to, after 2 years, I started teaching and I never looked back. And that was the moment I became in Eastwood. I was living in Eastwood that time. And then from that point, I was like, I'll just teach 15-second videos, and then I'll upload little episodes to YouTube and stuff like that. And then you must understand that as soon as I was uploading all these content to YouTube, I started learning that YouTube is different. I uploaded everything into YouTube and then I deleted my whole YouTube account. I started all over again, and then I started again uploading all these YouTube videos. And it took me a few months to upload all these videos. And now it's taking me another few months to upload all these audio programs. But the thing is that I've learned so much. I've learned so much in my being in terms of who I am. Do you understand? I've learned so much from who I am in life that it's nice to be around me. Do you understand? It's a good thing to be around me. And now I never need to smoke around other people. I understand that. But the thing is that I'm not a smoker. You understand? I'm not someone who's a smoker. But every single day you must understand that if you really, really grow yourself the best way you can, you always do better. And I seek out, you must understand that my life is going really fast. And when I actually self-reflect upon my life, there are moments in my life where I was doing bad, and there are moments in life where I was doing good. And where I was doing bad is the drugs. I was doing too much drugs. You understand? And that's bad. Doing too much drugs is bad. You understand? And then I went to all these mental health facilities. And now when I go, it's totally a different story. Do you understand? I'm much smarter and wiser than before. And they can never get to me. They can call me sick all they like. But the universe is working for me right now. And my doctor over here, he gives me a disability support pension. And he says, they won't drop my medication. No worries. But I'm just going to be on disability support pension for the rest of my life. I don't care. You understand? Do you understand? And that's it. I mean, if you're not willing to drop my medication, I'll be on disability support pension. I won't have to work a 9 to 5. You can work a 9 to 5, sir, and I'll just go and live my life. That's how it is. And now, if that's much more that's a better idea for me. But things are evolving. I see my history over here. I see there's a new history that's being made, and that's in the moment. I'm making new histories happen. And now, from the age of 25 to 30, I started really coaching. I started and I started mastering my piece. You understand? I started mastering myself. I really started to attract things in my life, experiences, things. I've learned things. I've learned to stay away from most of life out there. You understand? And because I've learned to stay away from most of life, I enjoy my life the way it is. I do things differently now. You understand? And I'm much stronger now than I ever was because I stay away from most of life. I stay away from all those people from the past because they are not my way. You understand? That's not my way. You understand? And now the information that they have is my way. You understand? Their information is something that I'm curious about. I'm always curious about everyone's information. You understand? But I can see the information. I can see exactly what they're doing in terms of information. You understand? They're not doing much in terms of information. Because they're not teaching. Apparently they're unaware about what they're doing. You understand? So I stay away from those people. I'll go around the content creators. I'm much smarter than them. I can see it. You understand? I can see it. And now, it's funny because I was probably the most stupid one there before. I was probably the most stupid one. And Marco was definitely smarter than me in high school. Or she was definitely smarter than me in high school. Because I was always copying him. I was always copying Marco Petanevich in tests. He was in my class and I was like, Marco, what's the answer for this? What's the answer for that? He just says C, C, D, D, E. I always write it down, and then that's why I got the shittest ATAR. And then ATAR is something like, for example, for scholarship for university and stuff like that. Well, I didn't even qualify for it. You must understand that only people who got 90 and above qualify for a scholarship. You understand? And now those people are just gonna go live a life. I mean, they're living a life. You understand? They're living some type of life. You understand? I wonder how they're doing. You understand? I mean, you must understand everyone's on different intervals in life. You understand? I wonder what people are doing. You understand? I wonder. But the thing is that I can see the information that they have. I can see exactly where they're going and what they're gonna do in life. I can see through the information that they're giving. You understand? I mean, when they see my information, they see someone that's actually growing. I'm growing my YouTube account. You understand? I mean, they see me in the best light online. I'm in the best light. You understand? I'm never around them, but they can always search me up on YouTube. I'm just a click away. You understand? I'm a click away. And that's what eats at them. Do you understand? I mean, that makes them jealous. That makes them very jealous. Because they don't understand exactly what I'm doing. You understand? And they're so far behind that they can never catch up to my videos. You understand? They can never catch up to all my content. They may watch maybe a second or two, but that's it. Yeah, I mean, they have short attention spans. Do you understand? So that's the thing. I never want to be around these people ever again. I never want to go to these Serbian events around Australia because the thing is that it's the old crowd. It's the same old crowd, and you learn nothing from them. You understand? Apparently, they may teach you things, but the thing is that they more often criticize you than they teach you. You understand? They more often will criticize you and they more often put you down so that they have more status in the group. So never be part of a group, guys. Make sure you're never part of a group because those people in the group always want more status, you understand, than the other person. They always want to level up the other person, do you understand? So just stay away from them. I mean, they have no YouTube accounts, man. I mean, they have no social media. I mean, why would you want to be around those people anyway? They're nobodies. You understand? Just go your own way. You understand? Live your own life. So I have no worries about that. I've moved on in my life. You understand? I've moved on. I'm really, really in solid foundation right now. I have a solid foundation. I really do. In terms of my wisdom and everything. I see things are working out in my life. To some degree, I promise you things are working out in my life to some degree. I understand that. You understand? So the thing is that now it's just always just bettering my habits now and nothing else. I mean, you understand? So for myself, understand that I have to get away from poker eventually. And I'm not addicted to poker. I can get away from poker. I can do it. And it's not something difficult for me right now. But that's the way it is. I have to get away from cigarettes as well. And now I said to you, I'm not a smoker. I'm not a smoker long term. You understand? But the thing is that right now I'm understanding that I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. You understand? The thing is that I'm pushing myself to do better. And caffeine, I'm gonna keep drinking caffeine for the moment. And I'm just gonna do better for myself. And that's it. I mean, just grow yourself, guys. Understand that you have the answers within you. Do you understand? I mean, all the answers are within you. You have to understand that. And I took myself on a journey over here. And when I self-reflect upon my life again, I see moments in my life where I was in desperate need of help. I was in desperate need of help. I didn't have the information there. I didn't have the wisdom. Do you understand? Now I have the wisdom. And what wisdom did I need to tell myself in that moment? I told myself I need more information. But I didn't say that. I mean, what information did I need in that moment? I'm pretty sure I just needed to have much more teaching aspects of being a teacher. I needed more meaning in my life. I didn't have meaning, do you understand? And that's what I fell into depression. I fell into depression. I thought I was depressed. You understand? I didn't have the quality I do now. I'm much more stronger in my wisdom than I was at 18. You understand? I'm much more of a stronger person who lives life. I really live life now much more than ever before. I'm living life right now much more than ever before. You understand? And that's the thing. That's what I was missing. You understand? I was missing that. So that's what's coming in my life now. So all I have to do to have much more wisdom now than ever before is keep reading, keep much more reading in the process, and much more doing. You understand? And nothing else. And that's my solid foundation. And that's how I build a house of bricks. But no longer do I drink alcohol. I've learned from it. I never again want to drink alcohol, even for my birthday and even for special occasions and stuff like that. I want to get away from alcohol as much as possible, and I want to live my life. That's the way. I see that. And what else? I mean, what else is there? And there's a lot of things all the time, Approach. There's always things to talk about. Well, that's how it is, guys. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my program over here. I hope you've learned something. So I'll see you guys in my next programs.